She served 8 years in prison for a crime she insists she did not commit. A judge finally believed her, and she's been free for 5 years. But today, Lorinda Swain, convicted of sexually molesting her adopted son, learned she had lost her appeal and could be returning to jail.
We have followed this case since the beginning, and 24-Hour News 8's Ken Kolker spoke with Swain today, who says she won't go down without a fight.
After she learned that the State Court of Appeals had ruled against her, she said she was too distraught to show her face on camera. So
it's not over. It's not over. I'm scared to death, but it's not over.
A Calhoun County jury convicted her in 2002 of sexually molesting her adopted 13-year-old son, sending her to prison for 25 to 50 years. But the case later started to unravel after her son took it all back, saying he had made it up. Swain's original judge set her free in 2009 and found it was unlikely a jury would find her guilty. He made a similar ruling 3 years later, saying there was new evidence of her innocence. But the prosecutor appealed again.
They know that I'm innocent and that they made a mistake, and they would sooner send someone back for 15 more years that's innocent than admit they made a mistake.
Today, the Court of Appeals sided with the prosecutor, saying there was no new real evidence to show that she's innocent. Appellate judges says it's not unusual for a victim like the son to recant, that it often happens under pressure from family. Prosecutor David Gilbert, who didn't try the original case, agrees.
I wasn't there for the trial. I've heard enough. There are people sitting in that courtroom going like this to that child while that child is testifying. Now, did that child recant afterwards? Yes, that child did.
So you're convinced that she's guilty?
I know she's guilty.
Okay.
There's no doubt in my mind, and I wasn't there.
Swain says she will take her appeal to the state Supreme Court.
As hopeless and helpless as it seems, I may be at the back side of that, on the tail end of the track, but at this, I'm going to keep on running, and the race ain't over yet. So, okay. You know, they may win in the end. But the fight is not over. I'm innocent.
Do you want her locked up right now?
Do I want her locked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she should be. She was found guilty of a crime.
Now, the prosecutor says he expects to file a motion on Monday to ask a judge to send Swain back to jail. She has 42 days to file an appeal to the state Supreme Court.
Ken, you can hear it in her voice, the utter frustration she has going through this process. When is the earliest that she could go back to jail? I guess, would she allowed to stay out and still fight this appeal?
Well, you know, the prosecutor wants to go back to jail like right away. Now that'll be up to the circuit judge. And if she does go back, and if she doesn't win with the state Supreme Court, she would have to serve about 17 more years, at least 17 more years in prison.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, Ken, we're following this story. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Ken.